If you're part of the planner community, you may have noticed that we don't always plan. That's why we have some ingenious terms like back planning to justify our actions. It's okay if you're busy, you can definitely fill your spreads after the week has passed. So in today's video, I'll show you a few ways to do just that. This is the spread that I've not had a chance to fill, unfortunately. It was one of those cases that I didn't photograph it in time. I'm sure some of you may understand this all too well. The self-imposed hurdle of wanting to post on social media. I used Live Love Posh stickers paired with Plans and Blanks ghosties, and I think it turned out too cute not to fill it. First thing I do, select matching pens. I'm thinking for this one I will go with orange and purple, and then later on I select a pink pen as well, just to add a little bit more color. You can never go wrong with color. Large fonts are definitely your friend in this case, like on this spread here where I have nothing much going on, literally every spread though. First thing I do is mark important appointments and similar events. I didn't have much on this week, just the apartment inspection on Tuesday and then a CPR training that ended up to be cancelled. But I still can add it on invite cancelled, so I actually remember that happened. I do think that back planning is primarily for such instances when you want to remember your mundane life. Another bit I'd add is social occasions and birthdays. I had no social occasions, which wouldn't surprise you if you knew me. I'm definitely introverted, although I do enjoy an occasional social time, but most weeks are definitely on the boring side. I did have a phone call with one of my friends on Friday, so I'll add that on. I also had one of my friend's birthdays on Wednesday. And then my other friend got married on Wednesday as well, and even though I couldn't participate, I'll add that on just so I remember that happened. If you're studying or have a project-based job, you can also add what assignments were due or what projects you completed. I would add my YouTube video I published that week, which is definitely a project on its own, and if I have space, I would sometimes add the number of subscribers. You guys are the best. I really appreciate your support. I would also add the workouts I did or the meals I made. I froze my gym membership for the summer as I was concentrating on my runs, but that freeze was lifted on the 17th, so I was definitely excited to go back. I've done a couple of classes and a couple of runs, so I'm adding them on. I tend to meal prep on Sunday, so I added the meals I'm planning for next week, which are the chicken with mushroom sauce and the feta fried eggs. So good. Now, don't let the fact that you've not done a to-do list deter you from feeling proud of completing a task. This is a bit controversial, but I love adding the tasks I've completed, so satisfying. I selected a lovely rep team for Plans and Blanks, so I'll add a couple of tasks of what that entailed. And I'll also add some stuff I did for my sticker release last Monday. That was a lot of work, so I'm glad to document it as well. I would sometimes add words like laundry or clean or whatever I did that day too, just to mark that off and feel all accomplished. If you have some icon stickers, you could of course add those as well. It's kind of like getting a gold star for a job well done. Another thing is to add is the books or movies you've watched, or I used to put out the name of the show if I've recently finished watching something, or rather rewatching. I'm a serious rewatcher. I finished the audiobook called Oversubscribed, and I have had these audiobook stickers too, so we'll add that on for this week. Lucky coincidence if you have space for the day you finish it on, but it doesn't really matter that much if you just put it on the random day. Another one is to add local or worldwide events, like we had this storm called Storm Babbage in Scotland for a couple of days. That's why the training was cancelled, and one of the towns was even evacuated. I was lucky enough to be blissfully unaware of how bad it's gotten. The worst I had to go through is wearing waterproof pants to work, thankfully, but I feel like it's still worthwhile to remember. Another thing to add is packages and Happy Meal. Packages do make me unproportionately happy. This could also be a big purchase or a subscription you're starting or a bill due, but I had none of these this week, so I'm just adding that I've received my Prime Day Happy Planner package. Shopping Habit Planner on Amazon has really been great, especially living in the UK. I may or may not have shopped the sale on their site as well. I've not been shopping for a while, so this time it really got me. When desperate enough, big phrases and words like work will definitely help, and or drive, walk, etc. I've been so scared to drive on the other side of the road and all the hills and that, but I'm slowly getting into it, driving on the weekends when there's no cars. Other bits like rain or sunshine or whatnot could also work. Any other word that can fill up the space. I suppose you can leave the space empty, but I'm struggling to grasp that for myself. Finally, you can add little bits of journaling. This especially goes well with your large words. Like if I add work, I can add stuff like work was easy today and so many people didn't show up and I thankfully got some time to work on all my stickers. True story. And that's the spread completed. I feel like it's even a bit more busy than on an actual busy week, but I'm really happy with how this turned out and I'm glad that my planner will be filled and full of these memories. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm curious to know if you back plan. Please let me know in the comment section down below. If you like this video, you might also want to check this one out. That's all about the little ways to add some journaling into your planner. Watch that one next and I shall see you in my next craft session.